Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to a brand new video on PrizePicks. Today I'm going to be giving you guys my favorite plays for college football Saturday. I'm breaking down every single one, so make sure you guys stay tuned. But first up, do me a solid, drop a like on this video. Literally it'll take it 2 seconds, completely free. And now let's go ahead and talk about the Winnable. So the Winnable is where I drop free plays every single day. Winnable.com/bam. And we can go ahead and check up on how the free play is doing recently. Like I said, you guys can join for completely free. That's the link in the description if you missed it. It's winnable.com/bam. This was the play that I ended up giving out on the free play. So yeah, very good stuff. I drop free plays every single day. Oh, and by the way, that free play that I just showed you ended up smacking. I told you guys take Steven Adams over on rebounds. He ended up with 8 rebounds. And then Anthony Edwards, pretty sure he had like 37 points. Absolutely ridiculous. Boom. 26 minutes, 37 points. That one was a discounted play on Sleeper. And this is why I tell you guys, make sure you're on all the apps so you can get all the discounts. Steven Adams, we need him to get 6 rebounds. He popped for 8, and we needed 22 points. He popped off for 37 points. So, huge win there. On Sleeper, you could have gotten that discount. So make sure you guys are on all the apps like I said. But let's hop into this first play, and we're going to go ahead and talk about some more ways you can get free money later on. But we're talking about Jam Miller in this LSU-Alabama game. This is obviously one of the biggest games of the night. 7:30 kickoff. And Jam Miller right here, we've seen that his under prop has been the one. Literally, his under has been hitting in a ridiculous amount of games. He popped against Vandy. He had a very good game against Missouri. Both of these, weirdly, were against good run defenses. He was able to pop off. Very weird trend right there. But then against bad run defenses, he just doesn't hit his line. And I think that that's because they go for the pass a lot more. Alabama as a team want to prioritize the pass over the run. Why do we know this? Because literally their coach, if you remember the 2023 Washington team, right, with Michael Penix, Rome Odunze, that guy that coached that team, Kalen DeBoer, he's now in Alabama. That is literally the exact same system that they're trying to run is through the quarterback. And thankfully, they got Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard, and Ty Simpson. So they look pretty solid on that front. But basically, when the run defense is okay, they might run the ball. But it's all about the pass defense for Alabama. So if we look at LSU's defense right here, we can see that on the passing yards defense, they're decent. And then on rushing yards, they're a little bit worse than that, right? But I honestly think this decent enough will be enough. Will literally be enough for LSU to be able to be targeted by the pass. So what does that mean? Alabama is going to prioritize the pass over the run in this game. And LSU is one of those teams that you get into a shootout against, right? Garrett Nussmeier, he's one of the best dancing partners when it comes to getting into those late game shootouts where you're just passing the ball every single play. So I'm not hating on Jam specifically when taking this play, but it seems like, as you guys can see right here, when he goes over this line, he's getting 20 carries. But if he only gets 10 or 12 carries, he's not going to hit the line no matter how bad the rush defense is, right? That's exactly what I'm projecting in this game. I don't think Alabama is going to give him the chance to go over 52 yards in this one. So that's the first play of the day. And we're just going to go ahead and stick with the same game and hop into the second play of the day. It's Aaron Anderson on the longest reception over 17.5. So this one, I mean, the stats honestly speak for themselves here. He's hit this. He's only missed this in 1 game this season, right? So he's hit it in 7 of the last 8 games. And if we look at the insights right here, there's a lot of good stuff pointing in this direction, right? So we take LSU on offense, and we can see that Alabama has a very good passing defense, right? Very good passing defense. And if we look at the other matchups that he's faced against it, it's not like he's been playing against bad passing defense. Texas A&M, he hit the line. Vanderbilt, he hit the line. Then this one, not a good team. Or Florida's all right. Clemson, we all know Clemson was a terrible team, right? Baylor, not a good team. So no matter how bad the passing defense is, he's going to hit against them. The only one time that he missed was against this Ole Miss team right here, where his longest reception was 7 yards, right? And if we look at his average yards per reception, this is a perfect stat to look at. His average yards per reception is 13.5, which means every time he catches the ball, it's probably around a 14-yard pass. So if he just is able to get one of those passes to bust for his average and then 4 yards more, he's going to hit this line. That is such a good stat to look at when making this play. This is the kind of thing that other channels might not show you. They're just going to show you the green graph on PrizePicks. I'm just telling you, if you see anybody out there on the internet going like this and going, let's give out some PrizePicks plays, and they click this button right here, no matter what play it is, and they say, oh, 3 green bars, take the over. If you see anybody doing that, please, please, please do yourself a favor and click off that channel, because no hate to that person, but that's not going to help you win money on sports, right? I appreciate them for making content, but that's not good content, okay? You're not going to win money that way. The green bars on PrizePicks is the last thing you need to be looking at when making your plays, right? Wow, Mekhi Lemon is popping off. Okay, I'm recording this on Friday night if you couldn't tell. So obviously Mekhi Lemon's still playing. He looks like he's going to be great in the NFL someday. Anyways, Aaron Anderson on the over on longest reception. I like the line at longest reception more than receiving yards. Although 39.5 is very low, you could take it there. Longest reception means he needs one 20-yard catch. In this case, one 18-yard catch. I guess the line is at 18.5 or 17.5, depending on where you take it at. So very good play there, Aaron Anderson. But let's go ahead and talk about something else, which is basically just how you guys can get free money and free VIP. So if you are on Dabble or better, if you are not on Dabble or better, if you're not on Dabble or better, these next 5 minutes you should get on these apps. And I'm going to convince you exactly why. Because on Dabble, they're giving you a free $25 just for signing up. And who's going to say no to free money? $25 for free. If you play your cards right this weekend, you got college football Saturday and then you got NFL Sunday. If you play your cards right, it's $25 house money, right? If you play your cards right, that 25, you could flip that into 200 very easily, right? Then you pull out the $200, you delete the app, and you've literally just robbed Dabble for $200 straight up in a weekend. That is nuts. Watching sports, $200 in a weekend just for clicking a few buttons, downloading this purple app right here. So absolutely insane deal on Dabble right now. Make sure you guys use code FFBAM when signing up, because if you don't do that, they're not going to give you the free 25. They're literally going to make you deposit on their own. So make sure to use code FFBAM, claim your free $25. And I also have better up here because you also use code FFBAM. They're only giving you a free 10 only. It's still a free money, right? It's still free money at the end of the day. And they're also giving you a free square. So in this case, it was Steph Curry. It might be Shea. It might be Wemby. It's college football Saturday, so it'll probably be someone like a Ty Simpson or whoever is playing. But it's basically a 0.5 yard square. Easy win, right? So if you're in any of these purple states right here, make sure you're hopping on better. If you're in any one of these purple states right here, make sure you're hopping on Dabble. I guarantee you there are several of you guys out there who are in these states and have not been locked into these apps. Go claim your free money, turn your $25 or $35 if you get on both of them into $200+ at the end of the weekend, and you'll thank me later. Now, let's move into play number 3, which is going to be Eric McAllister right here. So I absolutely love this matchup for Eric McAllister. As you guys can see, when he plays good matchups, he pops the hell off. SMU is a terrible, terrible team. Or at least they were at the beginning. I mean, they just beat Miami recently, right? But when it comes to defending against the pass, they're terrible, right? No one's debating me on that, right? So Eric McAllister played them, and he had 254 yards, nearly double his best this season. But against decent passing defenses, he hasn't been hitting this, right? So we want to look at, well, is Iowa State a good passing defense? Not really. Not really. And they're giving up 243 yards per game against the pass. And should we mention, TCU has Josh Hoover at quarterback, who is up there. I mean, he plays for Texas Christian, so people are not as locked in to his game as other quarterbacks. The quarterbacks in the big few teams, but I think he's just as good as any other quarterback out there. I don't care if that's a crazy take. When it comes to when it comes to making the right decision, when it comes to those deep throws, when it comes to literally just putting the ball in a string, I mean, this is a crazy comparison, but if he was playing in the NFL, he reminds me a lot of Matthew Stafford, right? He's like the Matthew Stafford of college football, is the guy that's throwing this guy the ball, which would make him Puka Nacua, right? So Eric McAllister right here, 79.5 is the line. I absolutely love this on the over. I think this game could hit the over in general. I think this could be a very good shootout game. And this is important to see. Cyclones are at Texas in this game. With Texas Christian, I should say, when they're at TCU's home, TCU loves to make it a shootout. Their defense is not all that great, and their offense is freaking flaming hot. So I expect this to be a huge game. I honestly think the over total is probably super high here. I need to see what the over is for this specific matchup, but I'll go find that real quick. Okay, so right over here I just found it. Over is 57.5 as of right now. I honestly like the over in this one. Iowa State's got a strong enough team to be able to keep up with TCU, and TCU we all know has a strong enough team to basically make any one of these games a shootout. I want you guys to look at this, right? These are a few of the games they've played this season. TCU, 35 points, 27 points, 41 points. Their average amount of points scored is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, right? So I like TCU on the over a lot here, and this is also a very good metric to look. I hate how I keep jumping into these metrics to look at, but everything is pointing to taking the over. This is a bonus sportsbook play for you guys. Look at this graph right here. This basically stretches out stretches out really wide when you're doing very good in that stat, right? So TCU right here, their third down conversion percentage is over 50, which is huge, which means this box right here is going to stretch out a lot, right? So I want you to look at the passing yards versus the rushing yards. The passing yards is stretched out all the way out there for both teams. And the rushing yards, not so much. TCU barely rushes the ball at all. 992 yards on the season, and then 1481 for Iowa State, which means, why do we care about that? Because if you're passing the ball, that means the game is going to go a lot faster. You're going to get a lot more possessions in, everybody's going to go a lot quicker, and you're going to get a lot more points on the board. And this is in Texas. Absolutely love this spot on the over. And red zone efficiency, can we talk about this? 80% red zone. I've got to stop. There's too many good signs to go point to. We've got to get another play on this board. And we're going over to Penn State. Probably the most disappointing team. Definitely the most disappointing team. Some would say Clemson. This has been such a weird season. But Penn State, for me, is the most disappointing team out there. And now we've got a big noon game that, honestly, I really don't care about, right? Indiana's going to win this game. Nobody is debating that. And even if the Penn State is a home team, it doesn't matter. It literally does not matter at all. So, Nick Singleton, 34.5 rushing yards. I'm telling you guys, it's a low line, but I'm telling you, it's also too high. Nick Singleton at 34.5 is not a good spot. I want you to look at this. Rush attempts. He had 6 carries last game against Ohio State, 6 the game before that against Iowa, 7 the game before that against Northwestern, and then this is actually where it all fell down, right? If you guys remember, before that, Penn State actually looked like a good team, right? They actually looked like a decent team. They played Oregon very close, went to overtime. They played UCLA very close, lost, and then after that loss, they fell off, right? Huge fall off since then. And since then, just like how the team has fallen off, his carries have fallen off too. And let's not just take that as a trend at face value. Let's discuss why is that actually happening. And the reason that's happening is because you run the ball with your running back a lot when you're winning in the football game. And Penn State have not been winning in the football game. They have not been leading the football game at all recently. And sorry if you're a Penn State fan, but it's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen today. Indiana are way too solid to, look at this, to be at all deterred by Penn State. Penn State on offense, they have the 49th best offense in the nation. Indiana, they have the 3rd best defense in the nation. Their average points allowed per game is 10.8. 10.8 is the average points allowed for Indiana. They're literally giving you a touchdown and a field goal, and then they're stopping everything else. And I don't even know if Penn State can get that. Their first downs, they're literally not even letting you get 12 first downs. It's nuts. And this is the one I've been waiting to get to. Rushing yards, they have the 4th best defense in the nation. The 4th best in the nation. So, what are you doing taking Nick Singleton on the over? The only way I see him hit this over is if he pops for a long run. One of these times. He pops for a long run. And I just don't see that happening. I just don't see that happening at all. Let me get back to his rushing yards. His rushing yards, yeah, right here. Under 34.5. So, that's the play that I like a ton. This is what we need to be looking at. So a lot of people can look at this whole graph and go, wow, Nick Singleton was playing good. But then Penn State was playing good. Let's remember that, right? Penn State over here on the left was a different team. They were also playing terrible teams, right? Penn State over here on the left is a different team from Penn State over here on the right. This is the Penn State that we know and hate, right? This is exactly the Penn State that we need to talk about. 15, 18. His line is double that. I have no idea why. Take Nick Singleton on the under. Now, if you guys like at all what you're seeing right here and you just want to know how to make more money with calculated plays like this, do me a solid and join the Winnable. It's completely free, and do yourself a solid and join the VIP. I'm not here trying to upsell you guys and pay a ton of money and then you start losing picks. That's not what we do here. I've given you, every single one of you guys, a free week of VIP. All you have to do is text me the word VIP. So I got my phone right here, literally right over here, texting people back, showing you guys that I'm profitable on sports and I'm going to help you guys be profitable on sports too. So text me the word VIP right there. I'm going to help you sign up for one of these apps. And once we're good, there, you're on a free week of VIP. So do yourself a favor, text that number right there, the word VIP, and we'll be good to go. Now, let's talk about another play right here. This is another big game. BYU at Texas Tech. This is insane how we have Indiana, Penn State, and then Alabama, LSU. And then I still feel like BYU, Texas Tech is the biggest game of all those. Like, this season has just been nuts, right? This season has been absolutely crazy. But this is a huge game. 8 versus 9 in this one in terms of the seedings. And it's going to live up to the hype. It's 100% going to live up to the hype. One thing that I absolutely love in this one, if you want a bonus play, well, we're going to talk about LJ Martin. But one thing that I absolutely love, if I can go ahead and find this exact play, Texas Tech. Why can I not find this game? Okay, so we're going to go find Texas. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Texas Tech right here. Their spread is minus 11.5. They are heavy favorites in this game, and I like them to cover at minus 9.5. So I think Tech are going to win this game, and I think that they're going to win by more than 10 points. So if you guys want to take a great play, alt that line down from minus 11.5, just pop it down to minus 9.5 and take it there. I'm telling you guys, Tech is a great team. But we're not talking about Tech right here on the player props. We're talking about LJ Martin. So this line is very difficult to talk about because you're playing up against one of the best defenses in all of college football. They're the 3rd ranked defense in the nation. Let me show you guys. They're the 5th ranked defense in the nation. I had the wrong stats up there. But yeah, 5th ranked defense in the nation. Absolutely insane. They're allowing you to not even get 2 touchdowns a game. And then when it comes to the rushing yards, they are the toughest defense to face. Literally number 1. So it's going to be a tough battle for LJ Martin. But I'm telling you guys, I'm taking the over against the guy who's playing the toughest rushing defense out there. And why am I taking the over? Because the line and the market have overcorrected. So his line is usually at 90. And now that he's playing the toughest defense, it should be closer to 80. Instead, they've bumped it all the way down to 70, and I'm taking this one on the over. BYU run through their run game. It is 100% clear cut. That's what they're going to do, no matter what. That's exactly what they're going to do. 25 carries, 26 carries. Sometimes he even only gets 14 or 15 carries, and he still manages to hit those games, right? So I expect him to get 20 carries in this game, and I expect him to go over this line of 70.5. That's my last play of the day. I appreciate you guys for watching. Let's make some money on college football Saturday.